Hello, 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 my friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. As always, if you're here, please kind of put a like and say hello in the chat so I know that you're present. And as always, before we begin, you can join my Patreon private group by following the link to the private group that left in the comments down below once this live session is over. And it's also going to be left in the description of this video. So yeah, let's see what's currently happening in the market. Once again, Bitcoin is still stuck in the same range. Nothing grand is happening. Just a few days ago, we had people saying that we're about to go to the moon because Bitcoin moved a little bit. Now it has retraced back to the same level it was a few days ago. We have had continuously nonstop moon predictions about Bitcoin is about to go to $250,000 or $200,000 this year. Once again, as you see, it's nowhere near $200,000 or $250,000 this year. That's because it's simply not going to make a new all-time high this year. You have to be realistic about your expectations. At the same time, we have crazy price predictions out there for XRP based on all the fractals that never repeat themselves exactly the way that they have in the past. That has never happened anywhere ever. Yet people copy paste these fractals, expecting it to do exactly what happened in the past, which never happens. Factually speaking, any fractal deviates from the old fractal. So it's kind of huge nonsense that people copy paste the same fractal and expect it, for example, coins like XRP to do what it did in the past exactly the same manner. We have these crazy price predictions that it's about to go to $100, and we have crazy price predictions for XRP that is saying that we're about to go to $10 soon. I have nothing wrong about the $10 price target for XRP in the long term. I believe that 7 to 13 is very realistic. In the euphoria phase, in the peak euphoria phase of the cycle, if XRP is one of those coins that's going to deliver, and I believe it will be, I'm diversified with XRP and I hold a significant amount, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. Therefore, it's very, once again, important to manage your expectations. Throughout this whole, we now have basically these two lawsuit victories, which have once again resulted in absolutely nothing. So we had a pump that went to 95 cents, and as we expected it to retrace back to 51 cents, it did just that. And then recently we had XRP pump from 48 cents to 55 cents when we had the second lawsuit victory. And once again, XRP pumped to 55 cents, but now it's back at 49 cents. Today it's trading at 49 cents, going back and forth between 50 cents and 49 cents. So that's that. Once again, I hope that it was a good lesson to you to remember that you should not FOMO into green candles and that you should not buy into pumps simply because there's some kind of exciting narrative. As you well know, exciting narratives and narratives put together, even negative ones, most of the time they don't work. Ignore the narratives and simply stick to percentages, numbers, math, and technical analysis. Once again, whenever it's a great opportunity to buy coins, we'll always have very terrible and scary narratives. And whenever it's a great time to sell coins, we'll always have fantastic and wonderful narratives. So be aware of that. Ignore these narratives. Simply make sure that you're buying after major crashes and make sure you're selling after major pumps without trying to catch the bottom or without trying to sell the top. And you're going to do well because, once again, perfection is not required for you to do well. Anyway, today I want to talk about altcoins that have significant small market caps. There are Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, BNB, and many blue chips out there. Now, of course, it's very important to have all these blue chips in your portfolio. I believe that everybody should have those coins in their portfolio. But at the same time, I feel like many people out there are missing out on massive potential profits in the future because they only concentrate on the blue chips, thinking that buying blue chips alone is going to guarantee them some kind of safety in crypto. Once again, once we look at what has happened in the past, when we look at the majority of blue chips that were here in 2017 and 2018, most of them are no longer blue chips, are no longer in the top 100. The majority of these blue chips are now below the 500th position for market cap or below the 1,000th position for market cap. They have died. These coins are dead. You have never heard of them as a newcomer, and you will never hear them because they're dead. There's practically zero trading volume, and there's no news and developments from these projects. They are gone. So if you're buying these coins simply because they were blue chips and you thought they were going to do something, that's no way to look at it, right? Of course, you should have, just like I said, these certain blue chips in your portfolio, but at the same time, you should have mid caps and low caps in your portfolio. For example, Bitcoin is like a roughly 600 billion market cap. There are so many coins out there that only have like a market cap of 100 million, and they only need to go to 600 billion to rocket hard. So they're coins that have like 100 million market cap right now. Imagine if it simply goes not even 600 billion, not 60 billion, but simply 6 billion. How many X's that one is going to deliver? There are so many coins out there, good coins, that have only a market cap of $500 million or $1 billion, right? That, for example, coins like XRP have roughly like what is around like 25 billion market cap, if I'm not mistaken. Now imagine if you have coins like XDC, QNT, HBAR, and some other gems that have like a market cap of roughly 1 billion to 500 million. So let's take a coin that has a market cap of 500 million. Imagine if it simply does what where XRP is currently, and delivers a market cap of roughly $25 billion. And mind you, keep in mind, currently XRP is down roughly like 80% from the all-time high, was down 85% from the all-time high. And the point that I'm trying to make is it's not like it's a high price for XRP. And at the same time, keep in mind that coins like Ethereum and Bitcoin are currently down around roughly 70%, a little less, but roughly 70%, meaning that huge capital was taken out of these coins. Do not forget how high these market caps were in the peak of the bull market, what kind of market caps we had for coins out there. So these coins have these insane still market caps after having crashed 70 and 80%. Now, think about what these coins, some of them that have like $100 million market cap, or $500 million market cap, or $50 million market cap, what they're going to do in peak euphoria phase, when many coins have market caps of 10, 20, 30, $50 billion, right? And don't forget that Bitcoin alone had like a market cap of over 1 trillion. Ethereum, I think, was like 700 billion. And many coins out there were rotating, and having market caps like 5, 10, 20, 30 billion was nothing special at peak euphoria. So, I just want to remind also people, when we're buying amazing gems like Dogecoin, VT, BNB, they were all roughly in the 100th position or lower. Some of them were like 120, 150, and they were not blue chips. You know what I mean? They were disregarded, a lot of these coins, but these are the gems that delivered crazy profits. For example, for me, VT, that 80x profit, best exit was 80x, best exit with BNB was 100x. The point we're trying to make is that simply because coins are, let's say, in 150th position, does not mean that is a bad coin. There are a lot of different things that go into trying to find a gem. There are a lot of coins out there. Once again, I do mention some publicly that I believe are going to do very well in the long run. If you're a long-term investor, peak euphoria phase, these coins are INJ, XDC, HBAR, QNT, and RNGR, right? Coins that we bought, all of these coins we bought significantly lower, and so some of these coins you have missed out entries. However, once again, there are some amazing projects out there that have huge potential to pump and deliver huge gains in the euphoria phase and peak euphoria phase of the cycle. And why I keep reiterating, join the $99 tier on my Patreon and buy these coins, because some of these coins are going to deliver exceptional gains, right? And all these coins that have basically entries, the amount I bought with the exits, trading, take profits, the explanation behind why I bought these coins. I'm currently putting them all together into one list just to make sure that once you join, you can fully download the whole list and you don't have to go and read every single post separately. I just before thought that it would be more convenient for people to read every single post separately, so that it basically can tackle every single coin separately. But now I see that it's more convenient for people to have the whole thing in one list, so that's coming soon. But once again, make sure that you get into these coins before they move, because a lot of these coins currently are down like 97, 98%. A lot of these coins have tiny market caps, and injecting something like $1 billion or $2 billion into these coins will drive these coins crazy and drive the price up like crazy. Coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum, yes, they can deliver great ROI, but it's not going to be anywhere near to what some of these coins do. The coins that do deliver that are mid caps and low caps, of course, a lot of them are not going to deliver, but the ones that do deliver are going to deliver insane gains, right? Don't forget that Dogecoin did nearly 700x last cycle, and it was like positioned at roughly like 100. Well, I think it was 98. So it was like 98 position for one market cap. People said that it's dead, it's a meme coin, it's not going to do anything. Did nearly 700x, outperform nearly every single coin in crypto. So ignore this noise, ignore this narrative, ignore the haters, ignore the people who tell you there should be a max most of any coin, ignore the Bitcoin maxes, the Ethereum maxes, the XRP maxes, the whatever you have out there, ERC20 contract maxes, whatever, ignore them. Just buy everything out there. Like I keep reiterating, make sure you diversify the blue chips, mid caps, small caps, and low caps. Make sure that you buy all kinds of coins, gaming coins, AI coins, meme coins, NFT coins, DeFi coins, different coins with different use cases, privacy coins, exchange coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Make sure you get it all. Make sure that your portfolio is properly diversified, because some of these coins are really going to surprise you and pump exceptionally hard. And the coins that you think are going to do well are not going to do well. That has been the case in every single cycle whenever basically a lot of old coins were around. So why would you think that this time is going to be different, right? Do not pump all your money into one or two or three coins. You have to have at least that coins in your portfolio. I have way more, and I'm going to have way more by the time we reach peak euphoria phase. When you're only investing into one coin, your chances of hitting a home run are not very high. If you have 10 coins, you're now 10 times likelier to catch massive pumps. So give yourself options. Don't limit yourself simply because you're reading or some certain news that just make you feel safe about your investment, or because you're watching nonstop YouTubers telling you about the great use cases and partnerships and companies and all that good stuff, basically, right? It's all fantastic and wonderful, but the point I'm trying to make is don't get lost in that. Don't get caught up in that. Remember that we're still in speculative markets. Remember that prices are driven by momentum and buy walls and sell walls, right? And as long as there's momentum, you make a lot of money. If there's no momentum for your coin, it doesn't matter how wonderful it is, what kind of problem it's solving. If there's no momentum and there's no fear of missing out, nobody's going to be buying it. You have Bitcoin maxes and being permanent bulls all the time, nonstop. Yet Bitcoin drops roughly 85% during every single cycle. And then you have XRP maximalists and riddlers who keep talking about partnerships and how the price is about to moon every single day. And that's been happening since 2017. Like, let's take the 2017 market cycle alone from 2018 to 2022. And I was saying that at $3 and $2.80, I was saying that we're going to crash to 15 cents, where I went in heavy on XRP. Throughout every single day, you had riddlers, XRP maximalists, enthusiasts, who only expect you to invest in XRP and who basically don't want to talk about anything but XRP. They were solving riddles, talking about how, look at this partnership, look at what David Schwartz said, look at what Brad Garlinghouse said, look at what was that Japanese guy saying, Yoshitaro Kitao said, look at what Christine Lagarde said. All this basically childhood kindergarten nonsense. And they were talking about it every single day, and every single day it was XRP is going to $100 soon. Then it was 589. Then it was 1,000. Then 10,000. And now you already have people telling you that the Bitcoin went to $69,000 sold in XRP, which is ridiculous. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, with every single year, the price targets keep getting more and more ridiculous. Once again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with having XRP in your portfolio. You should have XRP in your portfolio. In my personal opinion, it is one of those coins that everybody should diversify into and have in their portfolio. I have a lot of XRP as well as many other coins. But the point I'm trying to make is, do not favor one coin over another. Do not become a maximalist of any coin. Do not get lost in these projects. Make sure that you're giving yourself options. I promise you, when the euphoria phase kicks in, if you're diversified and you're well diversified and you follow the strategy and the method that the crypto coin school teaches, you will thank me, just like many people have. I keep retweeting these things on Twitter, right? Not to show off or anything, right? I retweet them to show that people actually made money listening to the strategy that we have in place, right? That people are thankful and that they made money. So we have so many holders out there who don't have any rules, who just blindly buy dollar cost averaging around random prices, who keep saying buy the dip, buy this, buy that, and they make zero money because of no idea what they're doing, right? Don't be one of these people. Stick to the rules, right? Make sure that you're diversifying heavily into different coins with different narratives only after major crashes and only at lows as the coin keeps crashing. So if you already bought at a certain price, you never enter that price again. You only invest at the lower price so that you make sure you bring down your average if the market keeps crashing. If the market starts reversing, and eventually it does reversing, you start building higher highs and higher lows. You look basically at the top 100 coins per coin market cap. You see that a lot of them have pumped 1,000 to 10,000%. You start selling your coins and selling trading, take profits in case even your coin didn't deliver. If your coin didn't deliver, it doesn't mean that means it's not a laggard. It's just a bad investment. That's exactly why you diversify. You're going to have coins in your portfolio that at the peak euphoria phase that takes place just before the major crashes come once again. You're going to have coins that are going to do exceptionally well. You're going to have coins that do okay, and you're going to have coins that dive, go to zero, get rug pulled, get scammed, and that's it. Like, it's dead, right? So you have to be aware of this stuff, right? You're You're going to have coins that are brilliant, and you might think that investment is guaranteed that it's going to do well, but then it doesn't. And then you're going to have some coin that you bought simply because, let's say, you get a gaming coin or an AI coin in your portfolio, since that's part of the strategy. And all of a sudden, that coin is flying hard, and you're like, I don't even understand why. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that I diversified and I'm following the strategy, and now one of the coins in my portfolio is flying, while the other one is not doing as much as I thought it would do, and I'm making a lot of money. That's once again, like even when I talk about blue chips, where you should have all three coins, right? We never know what kind of narratives are going to be coming to crypto. We never know what we're going to be hit with. But we do know that statistically speaking, some coins always outperform other coins. The reasons are always different. We don't know what they are, but anything can happen. Any black swan event can happen. XRP can pump extremely hard, or maybe it's going to be Ethereum that's going to pump extremely hard, or maybe most are going to die, and Bitcoin is going to become like one of the number one coin and go like crazy once again. Everybody funds into Bitcoin, or maybe same kind of stuff more or less is going to happen as it happened before the markets. You never know, which is exactly why you should incorporate into your strategy. If you're out there thinking that you're a genius and you got everything figured out, and you're like, hey, Rob, I'm going to buy this coin, you should look at reality. Have you made a lot of money being a maximalist of that coin? The answer is no. It's like 1 out of maybe 1,000 people who's a max of some coin makes a lot of money, but usually that's not the case. Unfortunately. So, there's nothing like a lot of people sometimes listen to what I have to say and they grow angry with me or frustrated. Just the other day, I was tweeting one of the rules, and the guy commented saying, "Rob, you're so annoying. I'm so tired of you." All the tweet said was something like, "Remember, diversify, don't force entries." I mean, like, what is so annoying and frustrating about that, right? It's just people all they want to hear is moon. Like, if I was out there saying moon, 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 you're going to make money and do this, do that. Like, of course, they would love it. They would have more followers, but that's just not the way it works. Markets move in cycles, right? I'm going to keep reiterating the rules. I'm going to keep telling you the way money is made in this market, because that's the way money is made in this market. Being a perma beer or a perma bull does not make you money in this market. Being negative all the time after major crashes does not make you money. Being positive all the time after big pumps does not make you money. Being positive all the time throughout the whole cycle doesn't make you money. Being negative throughout the whole cycle doesn't make you money. Like right now, I said we're neutral, right? But when it was time to take profits and we had pumped hard in the last two cycles and we're reaching the peak, we weren't looking to sell the top. We're just looking to sell high and very high, which is exactly what we did. And we started getting out, right? Just because it just makes sense. It's just the way that it's always been. And we got out and we took great profits. So near the peak, I grew bearish, saying that everything's going to crash hard. People were arguing that it's not going to crash hard. Now at least nobody's arguing anymore since it has crashed hard. People argued about a lot of stuff. People said that XRP is never going to go below 50 cents. As you can see, it's going below 50 cents. People argued that Bitcoin is never going below $20,000. As you can see, it went below $20,000. And all that is based on percentages, which is our primary tool. It has nothing to do with what am I trying to say is basically has nothing to do with being right and getting clout out of it, right? Nobody cares if you're right at the end of the day, right? What matters is the strategy making us money, right? Now, unfortunately, in order for us to make a lot of money in crypto, we always have to wait for major crashes, right? So I don't know why people get upset about that. Just read the market, learn what the market is. Why is it bad that major crashes take place, right? If the coin only kept going up, eventually it would the pumps, they even become smaller. Right now with every single cycle, the pumps have become smaller and smaller and smaller for most coins out there. So eventually the pumps will become so small they're going to be like in the stock market, right? So why are you upset about that? You should be excited. Like I keep reiterating, be excited about the fact that you're currently here in the bear market, which is actually the accumulation phase. Be excited that you're able to buy coins after 70, 80, 90, 95, and 99% crashes. Be excited that you can dollar cost average at new lows. Every single time an entry in the millions pressure is hit, you should get excited. Every single time it's hit, that's what happens with me. I get excited because I know that the euphoria phase is going to kick in and we're going to make a lot of money. And then when the euphoria phase finally kicks in, and there's excitement everywhere, and you're like taking snapshots of your portfolio and you see how hard it's pumping, that's when you should be scared. That's when you should start selling and setting trading take profits. That's when you should, whenever trading take profits, you should fully get out and make sure you do not rotate the money back into the market until huge crashes take place once again. Because the truth is that the higher the coin goes, the harder it's going to crash. and you should be afraid to be caught in that crash, right? You should make sure that you pay yourself during huge bumps. And after huge crashes, we're currently in these market conditions where we're experiencing huge crashes. You should not be afraid. You should understand that you're blessed to be here. If you're one of these people that was buying Bitcoin at 40K or 50K or 30K, what surprised me is this: if you're willing to buy a coin after it was up like 1,000 or 1,500%, why are you not willing to buy the coin after it's down 70 or 88%, right? If you're willing to buy some altcoin that was up 10,000%, why are you not willing to buy it after it's down 95%? It just makes no sense to me whatsoever. I don't understand. I don't understand basically the way retail mindset works. It literally makes zero sense to me. So once again, my friends, remember, very important, do not force entries on coins that have already left the accumulation phase, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. We have some fantastic entries. We'll hold those entries. We'll only add to these coins only if the market crashes further and gives us new lows. If not, it is what it is. However, there are many coins with much smaller market caps, and therefore it's much easier for them to pump and deliver 50 to 100x profits in a $99 tier that will pump exceptionally hard. So join the $99 tier and get these coins. The link, once again, will be in the description of this video and the comments down below once the live is over. And just tune out the noise. It's very important to tune out the noise and not pay attention to what's the narratives that are being shown out there. Like whenever we have major crashes, it's always negative. It's like it has never been positive in crypto when it was a good time to buy. Like, we should strive to buy low and very low. And whenever we are buying low and very low, there are always scary narratives. It always seems like a terrible idea to be buying. It's always scary. It always seems like it's going to go to zero or keep going down nonstop. But then when a certain amount of time passes and, the take profit phase hits and coins are making higher highs and higher lows and a lot of coins go crazy, you suddenly realize that you should have been buying, that it was the perfect opportunity to buy. So, just make sure that you're basically not buying these into these narratives. Make sure that make sure that, just a second. Make sure that you just stick to the strategy percentages and the math. International Crypto Asset Manager is saying, good morning, Rob, having a cup of cappuccino now. Hope the family is great. Thank you very much, my friend. Everybody's well, and enjoy your cappuccino. Pablo Vargas is saying, hello, Rob. Hope you're well. Have a nice day. Thank you, Pablo. Hope you're well too, brother. Dom is saying, hey, Rob. Hope you and your family are well. Thank you, Dom. Everyone is well. Hope you're well too, my friend. Bumping Uglies is saying, just jumping in at work to say thank you for what you do. I'll catch this later on the treadmill. Bumping Uglies, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Mantis Tebogan is saying, hey, Rob. Hope you and your family stay safe in this crazy time. Thanks for all you do. Cheers, brother Mantis. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hope you're well. Maestro 18374 saying, hi Rob, can you provide a list of resources links that you use for researching coins? You have mentioned that you also use paid services, but also other groups to identify coins that pump a lot. My friend, I kind of do disclose the method on my Patreon, but I don't fully disclose it because it's kind of like I will be calling out people by names then, and some people would get upset about that. And I don't want the beef, right? So I explain what I do. I explain how I research. My technical analysis that I use is taught in my courses, in the videos. So if you're part of Patreon, you just have to scroll down to the very, very bottom. You'll find the videos. That's the technical analysis that I use. Besides the TA that I use, like I said, I'm in a lot of paid groups, services, newsletters. And I'm not quite sure how to tell you exactly, once again, without disclosing names, because as you well know, I keep reiterating that unfortunately a lot of these paid groups and services and newsletters, they're full of shit, right? I dig through them just to make sure to know what's being showed to tens of thousands of people out there who are willing to pay and have money to invest into crypto, and they're consistently interested in crypto, and to see what consistently is showed to them. So it's a very important part, but once again, I can't call anybody out by name. I can't say what these newsletters are and whatnot, because I don't want the beef. I don't want the problems. I don't want the attention. I just want to make money, basically, without the drama, So, yeah. Emma's saying, please get a better mic. My friends, how's the mic? Can you hear me? Because sometimes a lot of people come in and they say that they can't hear me, which I'm sorry for. If that's the case, it's very unfortunate that you cannot hear me, brother. The man from Chicago saying, I hear loud and clear. Thank you, the man from Chicago. As always, love your name. Thank you for letting me know. I'm sorry. I don't know why some people can hear me well and others can't. No idea, brother. So yeah, remember, my friends, very important factors, right? The whole strategy, it only works when we actually follow it, right? What's very important is that we hold the amazing entries that we have. We make sure that we do not buy where we already bought. We make sure that we do not force entries, which means once again that we'll only buy and add if the market crashes further and it gives us better opportunities. If the market does not give us better opportunities, we do not take entries that are not better, because why would we take worse entries, right? And like bring up our average instead of bringing it down. Makes no sense whatsoever, once again, logically speaking. So only at new lows we add. If there's no new lows, we don't add. If there's green and there are pumps, you do not FOMO, you do not buy green candles, you do not chase, you do not randomly start buying. Why would you do that? You don't have to FOMO. There's no fear of missing out because you already have entries that are significantly lower on many coins than the price is right now. So once again, make sure that you're not forcing these entries. Make sure that you only go ahead and execute the entries if the entry hits. If you really feel like you want to invest more money into the market, once again, join the $99 tier. There are some amazing coins that have huge potential to pump very hard in the euphoria phase that you can throw small amounts of money in. Make sure that you only throw small amounts of money to these coins, because that's what I'm doing. So I have much bigger sums in the million spreadsheet portfolio, which is like 90% of my portfolio, on only about 10% in the $99 tier coins. And I only put about $500 to $2,000 per coin into these coins, because for me, these are small sums. Once again, I reiterate, for me, small sums were only $100 per coin. That's what I would put into these coins. So it's important to make sure that you're not putting significant amounts into these coins, only small amounts, but it's also important to make sure that you're getting these coins, because some of these coins are going to deliver 50 to 100x profits and pump extremely hard and really affect your portfolio positively and bring it up, right? It's one of the basic methods of diversification. As you probably understood by now, diversifying is a very, very crucial part of the method and strategy, as well as other rules out there. Once again, make sure that you're not overreading, looking too much into news. Get out there, do some stuff, right? Get out there, live your life, enjoy life, do some things that you like, do your favorite things, go ahead and enjoy your hobby. Do basically what needs to be done. It's going to take some time for the market to develop. For example, this range alone in Bitcoin has been going on for over 200 days. So you've been waiting and for this range to break upwards or downwards nonstop. You've wasted like over 200 days of your life, right? Crypto is very important. It's wonderful. I'm full-time crypto 24/7, 365, but it's my job, right? And it's my job to make sure that my members and I make a lot of money. So it's understandable that I'm glued to this 24/7, because that is my job. But if it's not your job and you remember, go enjoy life, basically, right? What needs to be done, I'll do it, right? I'll monitor the market. I'll make sure that everything that needs to happen and that you need to be informed about, you'll be informed about on Patreon. I would just once again say, please stop listening to ridiculous price targets, because they're going to lead to disappointment. Very often, they also lead to you forcing entries because you think like you're about to make money, and then once again you're losing money. Just like we recently had with XRP is a perfect example. When XRP pumped to 95 cents, so many people FOMO'd, and at 70 cents, 80 cents, 90 cents, 60 cents, and now it's back at 49 cents. Once again, people are losing money because unfortunately there were very popular narratives driving this pump. What I said when we're at 88 cents, what I published in Patreon, was that we're going back to the 51 cent to the 59 zone. So do not FOMO. Important victory, but it's only important because in the euphoria phase, people are going to be able to buy XRP on exchanges where they weren't able to buy in the last cycle, which means that the likelihood that the coin will fly is much higher in the euphoria phase when FOMO kicks in and new market participants join. Before that, once again, I said that this is unsustainable pump is going to retrace, right? Whereas there were much other narratives which were a lot more popular. right? Unfortunately, my channel is quite small. My presence on Twitter is quite small. I do not have hundreds of thousands of followers or like a million followers. There were other narratives that we're going to $10 soon, and that the chart is screaming $10, or that it's about to go to $100 and all that kind of stuff. And that's exactly why people FOMO'd. That's why I keep saying, ignore narratives. Stop looking at this nonstop. How would I put this? Garbage, basically. I don't know how to say it otherwise politely, but with all due respect, basically stop watching these videos that's telling you nonstop that the moon is about to come because of this and that, because of this partnership or this technical analysis or this fractal. As you can see, it's not happening, right? It has nothing to do with me being the bad person or trying to break your dreams. I mean, it's not happening. Factually, it's not happening, right? So look at people who told you that it's not going to happen and it's not happening. And maybe stop listening to people who told you it's going to happen and it's not happening. You see what I mean? So maybe listen to the people who are right repeatedly in this market, and not the ones who tell you what you want to hear for likes and monetization of their channels. Just be realistic, my friends. Be realistic, right? We are still waiting for XRP swing trades. We're only going to do some swing trades if we get amazing entries. If we don't get amazing entries, we're not going to swing trade. And if the market keeps climbing higher, we're going to start selling and taking profits and getting out. But if we want to swing trade, remember that every great swing trade needs to begin with a great swing trade. Whenever the swing trade, the entry is forced, you're going to have a bad time. The forced entry is not going to give you a good swing trade. But remember, please be realistic and stop listening to nonsense, kindergarten level nonsense. Because how many people were hurt once again during this pump of XRP to 95 cents, right? People thought that that's it, like this is the pump to $10 because there's so much technical analysis and popular channels talking about this, channels that are respected and the people that are respected in the XRP community. And then all of a sudden, the pump comes and people start following into the pump by, let's say it's 70 cents, and now they're at the loss once again, right? Because they were buying when they weren't supposed to be buying. One of the rules is do not FOMO into green candles, do not chase green candles, do not buy pumps, right? Very simple rules, but people do it all the time anyway. So make sure that you're not one of these people. Make sure that you're not forcing entries, right? You already, like, at least if you're a member and you've been following the strategy, you already have XRP at much lower targets. You have Bitcoin at much lower targets. You have some Ethereum at much lower targets. You have a lot of coins at much lower targets, right? So that there's no point for you to FOMO. You should not be randomly buying coins. You should not be forcing entries and chasing coins. You should not be trying to make as much money as you can, because that's greed and that's not going to lead to anything else. You should have a systematic process that you stick to. Maestro says, makes sense. Thank you. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, my friend. Jan Van Eckhout. I was just sorry if I did not say your name correctly, saying, I'm always late for live sessions. How do I know at what time I must follow your live chat? Jan or Yan, once again, I'm sorry for not saying your name correctly. I don't know, my friend. Like, you're supposed to get a YouTube notification, I believe, when I'm going live, or you get a tweet. You can turn on, you can like hit the bell on my profile. You'll see whenever I tweet, and whenever I'm about to go live, like a minute before I tweet that I'm about to go live, my friend. Ken James is saying, tell us how much you despise Dark Defender. Ken James, I have no idea what Dark Defender is, my friend. I have no idea what that is. So yeah, anyway, my friends, just make sure that you have realistic expectations from the market. Every single time you build yourself up and you have some kind of emotional attachment to any coin out there, you're much more likely to FOMO. You're much more likely to hold when you should be selling, and all that stuff. Basically, it's just not good for you. Being emotionally attached to any investment is not a good decision. Whenever you FOMO into any pump, that is an emotional decision. And when you're investing or trading, you should have emotions out of it. When you're trading or investing, in the emotions cannot be part of the equation, my friends. They just cannot be. Emotional decisions lead to bad trades and investments. Ken James is saying he's an XRP guy on Twitter with crazy predictions, has a huge following. Ken James, thank you, brother. Then maybe probably if that's the case, I'll probably come across his TA and I'll probably come across his charts and XRP related stuff. But at this point, I just can't memorize every single profile name because I do so much research on a daily basis, right? And coins, charts, fractals, white papers, paid groups, newsletters, all that stuff. It's insane, right? That to memorize every single profile is quite insane. What I do is like very often I don't even look at the profile names anymore. I just kind of to see what the narrative is and what's being shilled out there. Let's say, for example, I research hashtag XRP on Twitter and I get the most popular tweets and I see what's being told to people out there. So, of course, I'll see the TA, I'll see what's being said, but I can't memorize every single person. But once again, so since you use the name Dark Defender, I'm going to point out that I have nothing wrong against Dark Defender. I don't want to beef with anybody. I don't want any trouble with anybody. I simply don't have time, energy to have drama with anybody. I wish everybody all the best. I have my method, my strategy, what works. I know what works and what doesn't. I know what has made money in the past and hasn't for me. And that's what I teach. And that's what I preach. And that's what's going to keep happening because I've been able to use that to financially change my life and become financially free. So that's that. All right, my friends, we're 36 minutes in, and please kind of put a like if you're here. Once again, remember, my friends, please do not force entries. Only make sure that your dollar cost average at new lows after massive crashes in accordance with the millionaire spreadsheet. If you're watching this live and I don't know, you're joining for the first time and you don't know who I am, I highly suggest that you come and join my Patreon. The millionaire spreadsheet is literally $5. It's been $5 to make sure that every single person in this world can afford it if they're investing in crypto and make sure that they win. So I would highly suggest that you get that. And I would highly suggest that you stick to it, to the strategy in there. All right, my friends, I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. I wish you all an amazing week ahead. And stay safe. Hope you and your families are well. Remember to do something that you enjoy. Don't be glued to crypto 24/7 like me. That's my job. If you're part of Patreon, that's my job, my friends. But yeah, get out there and do what you like because it's going to take time for the market to develop. Whether or not we like it, we cannot force the market to do what we want. We can only go with the flow of the market. My friends, it's very important to know that. Love you very much. Thank you. And bye-bye.